and welcome back to my channel. This is Caitlin from Caitlin Plans, and today I'm going to be planning in my big catch-all happy planner for the days of August 1st through 7th. So the very first week of August. And my cousin is getting married on Saturday, so I'm going to do a spread for that. I'm going to keep it kind of simple. I'm thinking just like one big cluster of stickers that goes across that middle row of boxes. But I'll show you what I'm planning with today. It's not going to be explicitly wedding themed, but I think it'll be really cute for the wedding. I do know that the bride is a very big Taylor Swift fan, as am I. And I had these Create with Mandy album quotes in my stash for a while. And I thought these box quotes with all the cool like aesthetic photography would be really fun to work in here. They have Taylor Swift lyrics on them. I don't think I'm going to do the like standalone lyrics, but I can use those for something else. I just want to do like the aesthetic photo boxes. So I'm going to kind of cluster those around. And I'm going to pair them with some boxes out of this Mojo Jojo Plans Brown Colorful Boxes book. And I'm thinking this like chocolatey brown color would look really good with some of the color palette in here. I feel like it really brings out some of those neutral tones. I don't necessarily know if I want to do the blue quote, but we'll figure that out as we get into this. And then I'm like, I want something a little bit more organic to kind of counteract all this boxiness, something that'll go underneath all of my different like boxes, functional and decorative. So I originally pulled this According to Allie watercolor eucalyptus because something about this like screams like wedding to me, and it's like a garden wedding. So I was like, oh, that would be good, some greenery. I just don't know if the color palette necessarily matches. So then I pulled this one instead, which is the Line Art Lilacs, and I think this will be just so beautiful underneath with like these really delicate illustrations underneath the like more boxy shapes. So I'm gonna try to make this work. It's gonna be simple. It's gonna be probably a faster spread, so I'm just gonna go ahead and pop this off the discs and we will get into it. So as I had mentioned, what I'm kind of envisioning for this is just like cluster all through that middle row. So my first layer is gonna be these lilacs, and I love the fact that they're so big and they're really detailed as well. But I'm just gonna place these as like my base layer, and I'm not working strictly within these boxes. I think it'll be fun to have some things that kind of poke out like the top or the bottom. So we'll start with these lilacs and just kind of use them as a ground for all of the like more functional stuff that's going on top of them. I have, I think, a commitment on every single day this week except for Sunday. So I'm going to need a lot of boxes in here. I think it's going to be a pretty box heavy spread, but that it happens from time to time. At least it's not as commitment heavy as the school year was. And then I have a bunch of these little blooms, but I'm going to save these until I get like the boxes in here so I really know where to cluster those around. I tried to do one higher up and one lower down on both of the pages just to kind of balance things out. So these are Taylor Swift lyrics, and I want to pick one for the wedding day that's not like super depressing because they're from all of her albums. I mean, I think most of these are from like Folklore and Evermore. If I'm not mistaken, they might all be. No, I think these are all from Folklore and Evermore. So some of these are a little bit more depressing. I was like, if we have Lover era Taylor Swift in here, then we could like definitely put that on the wedding day. But I don't think we've got any of that. So I'm going to have to make some decisions on what will be most appropriate for the wedding. And we can get a little bit more depressing earlier in the week. I mean, it's the beginning of a week anyway. Cardigan is one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs. So like maybe that could be fun for the wedding. Although Wherever You Stray, I Follow, that could be good. Obviously, we're not going to go with I Know My Love Should Be Celebrated, But You Tolerate It. That doesn't seem very in the spirit of wedding. So I want to start with like a larger box on Saturday to like mark out those wedding details. I'm going to be staying at my parents' for a bit, like surrounding the wedding. So probably going to be driving with them. It's just in Chicago, so not a bad drive whatsoever. Like it's maybe half an hour. So I'm going to put this box like on Saturday, and we'll just kind of skew it onto Sunday actually because I don't have plans on Sunday. And it can also account for the fact that there is like an after party after the wedding. So we're going to be out past midnight, so technically it bleeds into Sunday as well. And then I'm going to put that Wherever You Stray, I Follow here. So I actually didn't know that the bride was like a huge Taylor Swift fan until I saw pictures from her bachelorette party on Facebook or Instagram, and it was all Taylor Swift named. And I'm like, I didn't know you were into Taylor Swift. And she's like, yeah, I am. So we're going Taylor Swift for this spread. I know it's not like super wedding-y, and I looked online for like wedding stickers. I'm really tempted to put in the invisible string lyrics on the wedding though, because this like screams wedding to me. All along there was some invisible string tying you to me, but I was trying to stick kind of boxy, so I don't know. Maybe I could work in a couple of those quotes. So I'm gonna start with this one. I was on Etsy like trying to find, well, how do we feel about that? Sorry for the indecision here. I was on Etsy trying to find like some wedding printable stickers or whatever, and I wasn't having much luck with anything that I really wanted to do in my planner this week, so I decided we're going to work from the stash. We're going to use some stuff up. I've been spending a lot of money on things I don't need to be spending money on lately, so probably better to work from like older sticker sheets that, you know, I had like so many ideas of what I was going to use them for when I bought them. And then they stayed in the sticker albums because they were like too good to use, you know? Like when you're using Taylor Swift lyrics in your planner, like high expectations there. So I'm going to place some boxes Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday because I've got work shifts all 3 of these days. And then we'll take this one, the cardigan lyrics, and we'll put that like right here. And I don't actually have a problem like moving into the sidebar with like all my clustering, but I'm trying to stay like in this kind of neutral color palette. And how do I want to do my work shift on Wednesday? That's a good question. I'm picking the smallest boxes out of here. I mean, they're not like the little header ones, but they're like the smallest like functional boxes, I would say. Just because I really don't need a whole lot of room to like write work and then like the hours that I work. I've kind of like moved away from like including a whole lot of details in these boxes. I've just like work and then like the time of the shift, which it takes a lot less time to fill out that way, which I do like that. New episode of The Bachelorette on Monday, so I'll probably pull in a box for that as well. I know I have a very exciting life where my plans are work and watching The Bachelorette. I'm also working on packing a bunch of Etsy orders from that sale that I had that ran through last weekend or this current weekend, depending on when this video goes up. I have a hunch this video is going to go live a little bit later than it typically does, just because I kind of messed up my timetable trying to get the Planning for Beginners video up. And I didn't have a chance to film this one, and I'm filming, and it is currently Sunday afternoon, and I normally post these videos on Sundays. So I'm like, do I have enough time to edit this afternoon and get it posted and get the picture taken and all that jazz? So we'll see what happens with that, but the August release will be coming up very soon. I think, if I'm not mistaken, it is like the next week or so. I have to check when I told myself I was going to have the release live. But I'm working on some new designs for it, and they're really fun. Some are more summery, some are more fall, new state flowers, a couple more back-to-school themed things. I'm adding in the smaller blooms just to kind of cluster around. I'm looking at this, and I think the cluster just needs to be more, like, it needs to be denser. So I'm going to peel up what I had for the Tuesday box, and these are fake nails. They're like press-ons that I got at my retail job, because we're having an employee appreciation thing right now, so like I'm getting a pretty good deal on like beauty stuff, which isn't normally on sale. So I think they're so cute, but they take a little bit more effort to like peel up the stickers than like if I'm just like natural nails with like gel polish on them or whatever. But I think they look so cute. Now I'm kind of shimmying that sticker right back behind it, just adding in more quotes. I don't exactly like the way that the edges of those boxes line up though. I think they either need to like overlap more or just stay separate. So I'm gonna peel this back one more time and we'll bump it even more to the left. And then that'll go there. And they form a nice little diagonal line. I kind of like that. My rent is also due on Monday. By the time this video goes live, I already probably paid it online, but it's always nice to have a reminder of when things are due. So I'll take another one of these small little boxes, and this can kind of go into the sidebar because it's like, if it gets paid before Monday, it gets paid before Monday. I don't want to like put it there. Like, go here maybe? That's fine. I'd love to have some more of these like stars that Mandy put right here, like just a few more clusters of them so I could like work them into some of that dead space, because I think that's all I have like commitment wise for this half of the week. But I only have one cluster of stars, so if I place it, then I don't have them anywhere else. And yes, I could cut them apart, but then they'd be kind of tiny. So now I'm trying to think through like all the stickers that I own, and I'm like, do I have any like kind of rose gold stars like that from any other shops? And I'm thinking back to something that I made like several months ago for my own sticker shop, and I'm like, do I have any more of those? I'm gonna go check. I do have one more sheet of what I was thinking of, and that is the New Year's Eve sticker sheet that has like the rose gold stars on it. I think those could be fun to work in. Also, as a nice backup, I have these like Shop Till You Drop. These were from Black Friday. These were like an exclusive Black Friday sticker sheet from my shop. And I have a bunch of these little brown stars that match closely with the boxes. So that's another option. But I'm going to put those off to the side for now and just finish off the second half of the week. And then we can like come back and add in some more accents as needed. Thursday, I've got an appointment in the morning. And I also think I'm driving to my parents that morning. So we're gonna need 2 boxes on Thursday. I'm just gonna go with this like medium-sized one for that. Probably for both of the things that I have on Thursday. We could just like kind of stagger them or layer them a bit, because I do want this to be pretty layered. So we'll do that. And then if I have like another Taylor Swift quote I could put in here, how about this one? It's a nice shape for the space down here. I think that works out. On Friday night, I might be seeing one of my cousins. He mentioned something about like an 80s themed bar where they only play 80s music, which I'm really into 80s music. I mean, doesn't go with the Taylor Swift theme, but I'm gonna put a box on there on Friday for that. I really don't know if this is like a set in stone plan or not. And like worst case scenario, if that doesn't happen, I'll probably just go out to dinner with my parents. So we can like put this one like up here in the top of Friday. Hopefully that layers, might need to go down a little bit. That's the hard thing about layering with like boxes, is they look really weird if they don't overlap enough, or if they overlap too much. So there's like a fine line between how much the boxes need to be layered. At least in my head there is. There's like no set in stone rule. Like, for example, the edge of this, wherever you stray I follow, lines up exactly with like the colorful outline of the box, and I want it to like dip in just ever so slightly more. So we'll move it again. We'll see what happens. Okay, I bumped it down, and then, yeah, that looks much better. So it kind of cuts into the shape a little bit more. And if this corner doesn't want to stay like completely glued down, I have a glue pen that I can use to like fix it back into place, because I know I peeled it up like three or four times. So I've got that for Friday. Saturday is the wedding. Sunday, I don't think I have anything on the schedule, but I could put a box just in case, because I'm sure something will come up. And plus, I want to find one more like Taylor Swift quote to go on Sunday. I know I was talking about like things that are wedding themed to go around the wedding. I mean, taken out of context, okay, so this one comes from the song August. For me, it was enough to live for the hope of it all. The song, no, not for a wedding, but like taken out of context, I think it's like fine. And it doesn't need to be perfect. It needs to be cute. That's what we're going for here. So I'm gonna put that in that cluster over there. And then I have left this like kind of black and white one and the blue, which I think those are kind of the outliers when it comes to like all these neutral tones that I'm working with. I grabbed a few washi tapes because I feel like maybe it needs something to kind of emphasize the horizontality of this. Is that a word? I don't know. I like this one from According to Allie. I don't know. Is it too much? Maybe that one's too much. I also grabbed, oh no. This one is just like a grid washi. It's kind of like a peachy brown tone, which is a nice simple neutral. The moth one from Simply Gilded really went with like the vibe of Evermore Folklore in my mind, but maybe not so much with the spread. This one I grabbed because it like matches almost exactly with Taylor's jacket on like the cover of the album. So could be nice to have some plaid in here. Or this one from According to Allie, which is just like it's a favorite of mine. So like I'm gonna try some options. Just kind of putting them out there and seeing how they look. We're swatching a little bit. I don't know if anyone else like does this really, but this kind of helps me kind of envision how they'll go with the rest of the spread. So like, for example, this peachy one, I thought it was going to be just a little bit darker, you know, it looks a little darker on the roll than it does when it's rolled out. I'm really digging the According to Allie one. I think the green on this stands out a little too much. We really need to stay neutral because everything else is so neutral in this spread. And just for my own, like, I just want to test it. Like, how does this one look? Yeah, too much on the page. I'm sorry I'm being so indecisive about this. I also have this Simply Gilded one that's like a copper foil on like a kind of reddish brown. I'm going to take this out of the packaging and just swatch it real fast. So my concern with this one was that it was going to be like too opaque, but now that I put it on the pages, oh, that looks so pretty. I wish someone would be here to like vote and be telling me like, this is the washi tape you should be using. Like, I don't really do like lives. I don't know. They just make me a little nervous. Especially because when I'm planning, I take a lot of breaks from like the video filming and I cut a lot of stuff out because it's like kind of just like me walking around like, I gotta search through all of my washi tapes and like figure out which one's gonna work best for this spread. And that's like, you don't want to be there while I walk around for 5 minutes to like figure out which washi tape is gonna work out. So I tend to cut stuff out. That's why I typically don't do lives, is because I'm indecisive. Ugh, I don't know, guys. I don't know. Maybe the washi tape is just like not the move for this. I grabbed pressed florals. I know, I thought this was going to be simple. It was not simple. Nothing is ever simple around here. Like cream flowers, like more photorealistic ones. I think that could be fun because the Create with Mandy stickers are like photorealistic. So like, for example, like something like that. I don't know if the placement's right, but like, I don't hate it. I think it adds a little extra something. So like if I put like that right there, and I'll test a few of these, we'll see how it works out. And if it works out, I'll keep them. And if not, I'll peel them up again because I'm very good at that, just peeling up stickers today. So we'll place a bunch of these kind of scattered throughout, and I still think the brown stars will be a nice like element to add in here, but oh yeah, that looks good. That looks good. We're gonna keep that. I'm very excited about these flowers now. This was definitely the right choice because I was like searching through my books and I'm like, butterflies? Would that work? I don't think it would have worked. I think this is probably the best bet that we have. For this extra little petal, I'm just going to kind of press it into like this spot right here. Add a little bit of extra like cream tone up into that area. I don't know how many cream flowers I have in this book. I probably should have checked before I started putting them on the pages. I wish I had like a giant one left, and I think I already used all of those. We've got some smaller ones, so not the end of the world. I'll start with the two larger ones that I have, and they're not like super huge, but they'll do the job. So I got those ones, and then all the cream flowers that I have left are these smaller ones on this page. So 3 or 4 of them. It's fine. We'll put this one kind of framing this quote right here. I don't want them to intersect the text, so I'm being intentional about my placement because there is just so much text in this spread with all of those like lyrics. And I'm just putting them all on the back of my hand. I know that Jen from Chappy Plans commented this on like one of my videos recently, and I feel like I've said this also before on my channel, but like, you know the movie Edward Scissorhands, when I like cover my hand in stickers, I'm like, Caitlin sticker hands. That's like what I think about every single time I do this. And I think Jen does the same thing. So great minds think alike. All the little florals. I think they just fill up the gaps so nicely. And also like the pressed floral look just looks so good with this kind of like aesthetic imagery. Got a little flower, we could put like right there. It's getting a little floral heavy over here. So maybe I take the other one and we can go back to the sidebar, because I do want the sidebar to like be included in this. I want this to be like a straight across, like just spread of kind of eclectic stickers. I've been really into like pulling stickers from just anywhere and everywhere lately. I just want like really mix and match combinations in my planner. And I'm going to create some continuity between the two pieces by just kind of overlapping a floral between the two pages. And I think it needs to go up so it doesn't intersect the one that's already there in that kind of like area. So if I just put the pages together, we can place it right here over those punches. And I'll need to like repunch these pages and like fix the things that overlap. But for now, looking good. I do have a few left of these little lilac blooms, so I'm going to bring those back into the spread. I didn't put any on this side, and I think they could be kind of fun to have like some overlapping between the two floral elements. Like these are on clear, so you're going to get some of the like petals going over the other petals, and I think that'd be really cute. Plus, I just want to use up this whole sticker sheet, so we're going to find a spot for them. According to Allie's, line art florals are some of my faves, and I actually just joined. Allie started up her Patreon again. I wasn't on her Patreon the first time she had a Patreon, but she just started up her Patreon again. I think she only has one tier right now, but it's great because it's all like tangible, like rewards or whatever. So for $15 a month, you get 3 Patreon exclusive sticker sheets mailed to you. Or like sticker sheets that like one of them is a decorative, one of them is a functional, and one of them's like a miscellaneous kind of thing. And as a Patreon like patron, you get to vote on the theme for the month. That didn't come out right. You get to vote on the theme for the month. So they're all going to kind of correspond. So like that'll be really fun. And also I just really love Allie and everything she does. So I want to be able to support her. So I joined her Patreon. You should too if you love According to Allie stickers. Get some exclusive stickers in your stash. It's going to make them harder to use, but I'm just excited about that. This looks so good. I'm very pleased with this. Do I need the stars? That's the real question now. The lilac sticker sheet is done. And secondary question, if I go with the stars, do I want the rose gold or do I want the brown? I do feel like there's a lot of brown tones going on. So like if I go with the rose gold, and there's only 4 of them on this sticker sheet, nothing else from this I'm really going to need because it's all like New Year's themed. I feel like that's like the contrasting pattern that I need. I don't want it to get like too monochromatic. And I'm planning out some new planning for beginners videos for my channel, and I'm always open to like hearing what you'd like to see me do with the planning for beginners stuff. But I think one of the upcoming ones is going to be like creating a monochromatic spread, which I like doing that. I haven't done it in a while, so it'll be nice to kind of get back into the swing of things with like making a monochromatic spread. Oh, those rose gold like stars look so good. I know there's not a lot of rose gold like in the Create with Mandy stickers that I selected for this, but on the sticker sheet itself, it has that like kind of rose gold glittery stuff, so I think it looks good. Do I want loose quotes? I don't think I do. I kind of like the boxy look of this. I don't think I'm planning on doing like checklists or anything in here during the course of the week, so I'm going to leave these top and bottom boxes open as much as I can. If additional commitments get added, I can work in more of those brown boxes kind of into the clusters. I think this is like a pretty good setup to expand into like more functional stuff if needed. Like there's still some gaps where I could like put boxes on top of things, and I don't mind putting the boxes on top of the florals or whatever. So I think this is going to be it. I'm just going to repunch these pages and pop it back onto the discs. All right, here it is, my finished Taylor Swift spread for my cousin's wedding week. I love the way this turned out. I think it's like a very fun, like vintagey garden feel. I love the combination, and I'm really happy I brought in these like kind of cream toned flowers, especially because it's a wedding, you know, white flowers, that goes for that. But it's really cute, and I think it's really functional, and it's something that I haven't done in a while with this like very big cluster of commitments. And I'm happy to be able to use my Create with Mandy Taylor Swift album quotes. I'll try to link everything down below as best I can. I don't know if these are still in the shop. They're an older sticker sheet, but I'll try my best to link stuff. If not, I'll link Create with Mandy's website because she has a wonderful, like, just all-around aesthetic of stickers. And then I think Allie has these available as well. So there you have it, my catch-all spread, and I am so pleased with this one. I feel like I'm on a like creative high right now. I'm actually making a lot of things that I'm happy with, so I am not looking forward to the crash where I like mess up everything that I touch, but we're gonna go with it for now. So there you have it. If you like this video, hit that like button down below. You can also subscribe to my channel for more fun planner related content, and follow me over on Instagram at Caitlin Plans, where I share after the pen photos as well as photos of spreads that did not get videos. Thanks for watching and happy planning.